Hi there, this is Pam. Today I am going to share some scrapbooks, journals, life books, whatever you call them. I'm going to share some different DIY ones that you can make on a budget. And I've got quite a few different ones here that I have made over the years. And then under it is your traditional scrapbook. So let me start with the store-bought. Well, not store-bought. This is a Creative Memories one. It's a big jumbo one. It's a 12 by 12. Some people kind of get intimidated. I can't fit it all the way in here because I'll hit my light. This is a 12 by 12 scrapbook album. They are made really well. I said this is a Creative Memories one. But they are big. And if you're just starting off and you think, wow, what am I gonna do with this big area? I do have some options for you. Now, they do make an 8 by 8 size in these. I said they are made well. I've had them for many years. But if you don't want that humongous, like I said, I can't even fit it in my in my camera shot. I'm going to start with these. These are a few that I have made over the years, and none of them have any photos in them. I just like making them. And then I'm going to show you what my recent favorite is. But you can make these with chipboard, multiple layers of papers. This one's made with just a die. This was an retired Stampin' Up! Die, the top note one. I just die cut chipboard and paper and then just covered it with paper. And the holes, honestly, I don't even know how I cut the holes in there. I must have used a paper punch or something. I can't even remember. But it's attached with ribbon. Now this one's real small. This one was another Stampin' Up! One from a long time ago. This was already, I think this was supposed to be like a suitcase originally. And then there's like key rings that go through all of these. So you can buy, not this one probably, but they do make similar ones that you can get in craft stores that are already pre-cut for you. If you don't die cut them. And then this one here I made with my Zutter. Now when I got that, I just thought that thing was the coolest. I haven't used it for years. This is a Zutter. It is a book binding tool. We Are Memory Keepers makes one. The Cinch. But it does make your little this one kind of makes square holes in it and your pages, and then you can bind it with your the metal, whatever those are called. I don't even remember. I said I don't use that anymore, but I had a lot of fun with it when I did. This is just chipboard, and like I said, the pages are just a little bit thicker white cardstock. That's another option of your own scrapbooks. And this one I do really like. And again, there's nothing in it. There is one picture of my son in there. He's a lot bigger than that now. But this is actually black chipboard. I did buy this like that, and of course I had to cut it down. But the binding on the side looks pretty cool, and it's very simple. You basically just take two pieces of your chipboard and one piece of cardstock scored in the middle, and they're just glued onto it. But there is, you can't really see it, there is a space. I don't even know where I found the tutorial, probably on YouTube a long time ago. But it does make a nice edge to it. But that's another option for a scrapbook or a journal or what. This is a good size. I think these are 6x6. Yeah, 6x6 size, because the chipboard was 12x12 when I bought it originally. But my latest favorite scrapbooks, journals, personal journals, whatever, are these cookbooks. These are old, they're bound, and they're spiral bound. That's what's important to me. They're already spiral bound. And I got these, I think, at a thrift store, Goodwill, 50 cents to a couple bucks a piece. And they're thick. Look how much you put in there. Now, these pages are very thin. Really thin, just like any cookbook. So, what you need to do are glue 3 or 4 of these pages together. So, just, you know, gather up your however many pages you want and glue them together. You can use rubber cement, Mod Podge, something that's going to make these stay together. And then, once they're all glued together, then you can put your paper, whatever paper you buy, because it's all acid-free. So this is a personal one. Journal, it wasn't really meant for me to put photos and whatnot, and some of them aren't attached yet. But you can use your stamps and decorate these however you want. There's one with some dies on it. I love these. These are great. I don't have to bind nothing. I don't have to make it. Of course, you know, I always like making stuff, but for the budget friendly, these are perfect. This one's a new one. I haven't even used it yet. And this is a good size. It's not quite 8.5 by 11. What is it? 7 by 9, 10, something like that. It's an odd size. Now this one here is the first one that I come across. It's about 8.5 by 11. Now this one will be for photos. And you can see I've bound some of the pages there with washi tape. You don't have to, but when you have the edges raw, sometimes, I don't know if you can see that, these pages, I don't know how I do it, but when I glued them together, they're not even. So the washi tape kind of covers all that. But again, you can use your stamps, whatever you want. And this same way, these pages are really, really thin. Glue 3 or 4 of them together initially, and then that will give you a nice thick enough page, especially if you're going to put scrapbook paper on top. Obviously you want to cover this. These will wrinkle and bubble, these types of pages, if you get it too wet. One of these books I did paint. It doesn't work so well. It gets too wet, and then once it gets wet, of course it starts bubbling, and then your pages start actually coming apart because it gets the glue wet, and then they come apart. So the best thing is just to glue them together, and then take a paper, watercolor, scrapbook, whatever, and then cover your pages. This one, I can't remember, this one's definitely watercolor paper. It makes a nice sturdy page. But you can do all kinds of stuff with these, because mixed media, this is great for like junk journals. They're awesome. I love these old cookbooks. And it's funny because sometimes when I am, you know, gluing the pages together, I see, and if there are recipes in there that you think are good, why, copy them down before you cover them up. This one's not bad because it's just a regular cookbook. These microwave ones are funny because, you know, microwaves have come a long way. But this is a good size for a scrapbook. It's small if you're just starting off. So, next time you're at the thrift store, or garage sales, or Goodwills, whatever, look for these. These are great. See on the backs of my books, no matter which size they are, I'll measure out the page, and then I'll just write it on the back of the book page, so I know when I go to make another one, this is the size of paper that I need. That's just my reference. They're all going to be a little different. But you can decorate the, sooner or later I will decorate the fronts of these. But I love those. They're awesome. Perfect start to anyone that wants to journal or scrapbook. I said, once you get your pages glued down and then your scrapbook paper in there, they're going to be acid free, so they're not going to hurt your photos, anything like that. It won't fade them or eat them out. This one said there's no photos in there. It's my starting point. I'm very behind on my scrapbooks, unfortunately, but that's okay. I have loads of pages to make, and it's fun. You can use up all kinds of stuff. Ribbons, because they're bound, and this one you can see it's starting to wrinkle a little bit. That's fine. If it gets real fat and real thick and only closes like that, why, that's fine with me. Once I get this cover decorated and stuff, if it's too thick, why, you can band it with a ribbon or something. Just keep it closed if that really bothers you. But I love these. So those are some options for you if you're wanting to start making some type of little scrapbooks or whatever. These little ones like this would be cute for gifts. You could put little photos, or those little Instax camera printer things, which I don't have. Prints out like your Instagram photos or whatever. Those are perfect size for something like that, for a little gift. So I hope you like that little tip. Next time you're at a thrift store or something, check out these cookbooks. They make excellent scrapbooks and journals. So have fun with that. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.